fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Play action. It's Lawrence. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. A first down and more, Etienne. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Etienne. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Working with a 2nd and 3. They go play action now. Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Martin. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. Very nicely done there on the reception. And what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A handoff for Etienne. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed out hard there. He was ready for that running play. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Back to the ground with Etienne. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Fairbairn able to put this one through. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And up to about the 26-yard. Just across the 25. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
57, Mike 57.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Tua. To Barkley on the check down. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Tua going to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Open man is Waddle, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play that time on the catch and run. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Tua now on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Working with his 2nd and 4. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly, and this one could be coming back. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Steps away to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And the Jaguars are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And a Nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's a give to Etienne. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
A quick throw complete to Chark.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
If you run an out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And they'll run here with Etienne. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be a second down.
Right here. Fopo's the Mike. Mike's Fopo.
And we heavy on the edges.
44, Mike.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So naturally they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
Silver. 44's the Mike. 44's the Mike.
We ain't giving up nothing.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go. 44, Mike.
Tua sets up to pass it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Trying to lay one up deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Sisco. And the Jags are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And 2 of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making, both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll run. It's Etienne. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Etienne once more. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people, because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers, because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Handoff running left is Etienne. And this time they were ready for him, as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. On play action, Lawrence. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Ready, set.
They'll run with Etienne. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Ready. 55, Check.
They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jags continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Jaguars 24, Dolphins nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Escape, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Josh Allen. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Back to throw. He's going to air one out. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Check Mike 57, Mike 57. Come on.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Exit, exit. Mike's 56. Here we go, here we go. 57, Mike 57. I smell fear in that offense. I smell red. 57's Mike, Mike 57. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D, we're pretty quiet.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try the left side with ETN. Open space inside the 10. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
To his throw here, taken in by Parker. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He's going to look deep down the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this guy.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Ready? 70, Indy. Hey, lock it.
Go.
49, check 49, check 49.
Now Etienne. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. Room here to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 64 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
57.
Now a toss right to Barkley. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Crunch time, defense. 44 is the mic. 44 deep. Watch your slant. Watch your slant. Watch your slant. 44's the mic.
Grand cycle.
Come on. You better bring.
Looking to throw. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. You, yellow.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Ready.
Now Tua. Now a short one to Gesicki. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Watch your slant.
Slice blue.
44's the mic. 44's the mic.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Hey, Sam off. Watch it go.
And they'll go again with Etienne. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
60 or. Get it.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
59, Mike to 59. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Hey, Orbit.
59. Mike's 50.
Now.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. That's to his running back, complete. But he will not get away. He stopped short of the marker. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
On the ball. Go.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
The Jaguars season will continue at least one more week as we say so long, everybody.